So by now, if you have been playing games like Driving Empire, Vehicle Legends, or Drive World, I'm sure you have come across the game called Midnight Chasers. Wait, what's that? You live under a rock and have never heard of this game? Well, sit down, little Timmy, let me explain. Midnight Chasers is a highway cut-up game like No Hesi or Nasero Corsa, but for people with empty wallets and potatoes for a piece. Premise of this game is to perform cut-ups and tight passes through heavy rush hour traffic. You have the option of doing races or just driving around to make money. You can use that money to buy cars and motorcycles. Yes, this game has motorcycles. You can customize set vehicles in a customization shop and make them look so good. And part of why they look so amazing is thanks to the lighting. So, let's talk about that. Midnight Chasers runs on the newest unified lighting engine of Roblox, and I gotta say, it gives a whole new vibe to Midnight Chase. Every road is a perfect photo spot, to the point that even on lower end PCs, they still look pretty. Speaking of roads, let's talk about the maps in this game. And I said plural because there are two. This is the first map, the Shutoko Expressway, filled with twisty highway loops, exit roads, and rush hour traffic all the time. And this is the Salt Flats map. This map is a flat playground of nothingness to go as fast as you want. Although this map does have a racetrack and Interstate 80 going through it. Both the maps have various races scattered around the map for you to try out. Speaking of which, let's talk about races. This game has quite a decent amount of races, starting with 4 in Shutoko and 5 in Salt Flats. Most of the races are pretty straightforward. You drive from one point to the other and not hit any other NPC cars. Some of the races give very good payouts while others not really. Not to mention, there are 2 races for the same track, one for cars and one for bikes. Now you might be wondering, it's a driving game, how are the cars like? So let's actually get to the cars are one of the best plus points of this game. Look at the amount of cars you have in this game. Not to mention the track pass gives you access to 12 plus vehicles. And how can we forget the countless limiteds they add every other week? Overall, a great variety of supercars and hypercars. Not much for cheap and obscure cars in my opinion. But that just might be me, and most people would rather prefer to drive cars they are familiar with. But how do these cars drive like? Let's talk chassis, how the cars feel basically. To put it simply, it's really good. It's like No Hesi handling, but more suited to Roblox. The cars don't just immediately turn the second you press the button, but there's a bit of smoothness and linearity added to make the car feel like it has weight. I don't know if it's actual real weight or if it is made to feel like it has weight, but either ways it gives the impression that it has weight. The cars are fairly grippy, but certain cars can spin out if you don't drive them with respect. In my opinion, the chassis, while not being fully realistic, is still very fun. All in all, this game has the capability to bring in a real change in the Roblox car game space. And while it's definitely not perfect, the player count shows us that this is a game which people really love to play and enjoy. And I hope you find this video enjoyable. If you did, be sure to slap a like, maybe even subscribe. We just hit 1,000 subscribers, which thank you again for that. And yeah, hope to catch you in my next video. Till then, take care everybody.